Hi, my name is Rohit. I'm on the technical side of the company. I work with my product and development teams. Today, I'm going to be talking about CyberWarrior, which is our AI-based security product. Next slide, please. Agenda for I will give an overview of CyberWarrior. I'll talk a little bit about a security problem that we are trying to solve with CyberWarrior. We'll do a demo, and then in the end, we'll do a Q&A session. Next slide, please. So what makes CyberWarrior unique is that number one, it's an AI cybersecurity software. Secondly, it's an active cyber defense software. Active means what it's going to do and how it's going to defend or what action it's going to take changes based on what kind of an attack is happening and how the adversary is carrying out the attack. So AI is a hot topic these days. It's being used for a lot of good stuff, but also bad stuff. So many cyber attacks these days are AI initiated, which means the attack itself is coming from AI. And to fight it at the speed and with the flexibility, you need an AI system on your side, like the Terminator movie, good cop versus bad AI, to fight it off. Because humans cannot act as fast or as flexibly as AI can when it has been trained to do a certain thing. So CyberWarrior is modular, and so it actively carries out different plans to save the systems being attacked. And exactly what it does depends upon what kind of attack it is. This is different from firewalls, which are passive. In fact, every cybersecurity product that you've probably heard of is passive. You configure the rules in it, and you hope they work, but they cannot adapt themselves. So your firewall cannot adapt itself if it sees something completely different than what it was programmed to do. CyberWarrior can. And that's what we mean by modular. As in AI, we have to train an AI before AI can answer your questions or certain things. In CyberWarrior, it's an expert system. These modules are training packs. So we train CyberWarrior in preventing different kinds of attacks. And each module gives intelligence to CyberWarrior and that training on how to prevent that particular kind of attack. So modular means we can plug in additional modules with time and based on your requirements to enable CyberWarrior to fight different kinds of attacks. CyberWarrior is deployed and in production now. It stops more than 2 million active cyber attacks every month, from sophisticated malware to automated HTTP attacks, scripts, injection attacks, what have you, for some of the world's largest retailers. I mean, I'm talking about companies the size of Amazon. CyberWarrior has the capability of taking actions and alerting based on consecutive failures, reducing repeated or false alerts, curating accurate reports without redundant information. What that means is CyberWarrior tries to verify and not just generate fake alerts or false space the first sign of trouble, and will only alert or take action if there's credible evidence of that particular cyber attack. Let's go on to the next slide, please. So the modular design, like I said, is basically training packs. People have heard about AI lots. I don't have to go to this slide before. By the way, we've been developing CyberWarrior since 2017, long before ChatGPT or other AI became popular. So I had to explain this before, but not anymore. So these modules are essentially training packs for CyberWarrior. We have different ones of them. There are modules for denial of service, distributed denial of service, socket attacks, HTTP server attacks, access attacks, password attacks, various SSH attacks, Linux servers, and many more. And depending upon what you're licensed to and which modules are included in your subscription, CyberWarrior would be able to defend against those type of attacks. We keep training newer modules as need arises, and can be provided to you as you. Let's go on to the next slide. And all AI works in certain algorithms. So ChatGPT, for example, works on GPT algorithm, which is a transformer algorithm. CyberWarrior works on an AI algorithm called BDI, which stands for Belief, Desire, Intent. BDI is a survival mechanism, and it's an algorithm that our brain also uses. And it's particularly suited for cybersecurity, because in cybersecurity, you have to be quick, you have to be nimble, and there is basically no scope to make errors. So BDI is basically an algorithm that we use. For example, let's say if you're in a forest or a jungle or something like that, and there is just a tiger, your brain is not going to go through a learning phase or a retrieval phase or a generative phase to know what to do. It will be an instant reaction. You'll start running. And that's because it is a BDI algorithm that is trained into our head as a survival instinct. If we see an animal, we start running. If we see something hard, for example, as soon as we touch it, we drop it. We don't have to think about it. So belief means what do you think is happening? Desire, it is desire what you desire to do, and intention is how you intend to do it. In case of CyberWarrior, the belief is that it should keep the system secure. It's hard coded with that belief. The desire is to, sorry, the belief is whatever it's detecting. So CyberWarrior comes with lots of detection packs, which is programmed into those modular packs that I was talking about. The desire is to keep the system secure, and intent is whatever CyberWarrior will do to honor that desire to keep the system secure. In case of human brains, our belief is whatever we are seeing through our six senses. Those are our sensors, eyes, and taste, smell. We have six senses. Those are constantly giving us information about the world around us. Our desire is to stay alive, and our intent is to do whatever it is that we need to do given the situation. So if we touch something hot, it's the sense of touch, and the immediate desire to stay alive allows us to immediately drop it so that we can burn ourselves. So CyberWarrior uses a BDI algorithm. This is a specific AI algorithm for its operation. And the packs that we were talking about, the knowledge packs, are basically trained BDI algorithm packs that enable CyberWarrior to operate in those different environments under those attacks and prevent them. Going on to the next slide, please. So what is the problem? So how can we show that the attacks are really prevented or everything is running is optimal and secure? There are too many alerts to keep things secure. You configure a firewall, it's sending out a bunch of alerts. Typically, most of the admins are drowning in alerts, and we don't really know. Passive cyber defense, again, is what we call is configure and pray. So you configure the rules in your security product and you pray they work. But what if they don't work? And this happens every day because hackers come up with new ways. If you heard of zero-day attacks, and that's we have to constantly update our software and systems because hackers also know what your systems can do because it's common knowledge, and they come up with new ways that those systems have not been configured for to attack them. So passive cyber defense causes constant state cycles and it's not always secure. With active cyber defense, using AI, the system is reacting in ways that it's seeing the attacks and it's not hard-coded to do a certain thing. So this way there is flexibility. And just reporting doesn't fix anything, and that's the biggest concern. So a lot of cyber security systems do reporting, like CM, etc. But reporting is good. It's better than no reporting, so at least you know you're under attack. But it's a whole lot better if the system takes action to prevent the attack and stop it. For example, it's one thing if your house catches fire, for you to not even know it. That's really bad. Second thing, to know about it. Third thing is if the sprinklers come on by themselves so that the fire gets put out before it spreads. That's what CyberWarrior is. It will detect it and it will take the action so that the attack is stopped and not just informed and you have to then take the action. That said, it is an AI. There is a configuration setting inside CyberWarrior where we can put in advisory mode. In advisory mode, it won't take the action, but it will give the advice to humans to take that action, which is still pretty good because as the attacks happen, it will detect them so people don't waste time trying to detect. And then once people know that these alerts are good and we are under attack, it will also tell them exactly what to do so that they don't have to look at manuals and things like that. So that's like a co-pilot mode where it tells humans what to do. Or if you trust it enough, let's say you run it in co-pilot for a while and you see the advice has always been correct, then you can put it in autonomous mode and it will stop the attacks in addition to giving advice about them. Going on to the next slide, please. We will show you a demo of the product. Let's go on to slide number 9. In the demo, basically, we are going to show two types of attacks, a login attack and a SQL injection attack. In the login attack, we are basically going to try to log in to a server that is being protected by CyberWarrior. And we're going to try a bunch of wrong passwords. That's what hackers do, have cracking programs that constantly try different passwords coming in from different IP addresses to try to log into the system. And what you're going to see is that CyberWarrior will detect those IP addresses that are trying those bad passwords and it would ban them so that the attacker gets banned out of those systems. And that's what we're going to show in the login attack. We will have a dashboard that will graphically display what's going on with the systems. Uh, Initially, the server status will be green, but when the attack happens, it would show login attack with a red status. Dashboard will show a bar chart showing that we're under attack, and there would be logs on the right side showing which IP addresses are doing those attacks and what's being done. Second one is a SQL injection attack, which we have all at least read about. Hopefully, we haven't experienced it. So thing, we're gonna use CyberWarrior to protect a server. We're gonna use another server to launch a SQL injection attack, which is trying to call a web application with a bunch of SQL commands injected inside that to try and read the database. Before, obviously, the database gets compromised, CyberWarrior is going to detect that attack and do the same thing, which is ban the attacker's IP address so that they can no longer connect to that machine to carry out these attacks. So I'm going to show this in the coming demos. Thank you very much.
This is the first look. We have the login. So for the demo, we have set it up like this, like for the SSH, which is for the login, and for the SQL. And this is the dashboard, like the first page where you can see the other graphs as well. All the modules which we have configured here, we can see like at what time with the different color codes when the system is being attacked. And also there are some other reports as well, how many attempts were there for each other modules. Like this is for the injection, Node.js, and Mon DDoS. So there are like several other attacks as well, which are like previously we have checked. Then on this dashboard as well, like we have reports as well. We can download the reports, and that can be like customizable. We can have on our mail as well as per the requirement. So let's go jump onto our attacks now. Whatever. Yeah. So here we can see I have just clicked on to the SSH attack. Currently the system is stable. No attack is being detected. Just before this demo, I have checked the system multiple times. So you can see it indicates that at that time system has been attacked at that time. So let me just open my terminal now. So here I have two scripts. Like first is for the SSH attack. So as soon as before that, let me also show you my IP. So currently my system has this particular IP. And since I just practiced it, so it is already exists there, but we can monitor with the time, like when that attack will come. So let me just initiate the attack now. Yeah, so I just triggered the attack. So what I'm doing in this attack, like I'm trying to gain the access with this script, like in a loop with the incorrect password. So CyberWarrior will detect this particular attack. There has been like multiple login attempts with the different passwords. So soon we can see, once cyber warriors see this attack, it will show us a red bar here, and also this particular VM status will be change the color, this particular card, to the red. So basically, CyberWarrior show the status in 3 stages. So as soon as we saw the attack, it will convert it into the red. As we can see now, the system is being attacked now. The attack is detected. So as soon as the attack is detected, CyberWarrior agents will perform the defense mechanism and try to resolve. Not try to. It will resolve the system and it again show us like attack defended. So soon after this, CyberWarrior will also check upon is there any more attacks currently onto the VM or not. As we can see, it finds that there is no active attack onto the particular VM which we are monitoring here. So that's the first attack we have just seen. So after this, now my system is being blocked by the system. So here we can see like my IP is being blocked. Now I can't access
We
the
can pause.
server anymore.
Okay, Ankit, we can pause.